And set for a weekend of hockey in Barrie for the Glen Bellerby tournament. The Minor Pee AA Toros will kick off against Northumberland. Trent Taylor is going to take the opening draw here for the Toros. With Perot out there at Hannon on the forward line. Back on defense, it'll be Menko and Davidson. In goal for this game will be Brett Foreman, and at the other end it'll be Ford for Northumberland. We're getting ready to take a little pause before the first face-off. Now we're all set to drop the puck for the opening face-off. Taylor's going to take the draw against Hardin. Winning that draw was Perot. Back there from Menko. We're here at the Holly Recreational Complex for the first game of the day. Next Toros game will be at 4 o'clock when they play Nickel City. Perot dumps that one right in behind the net. Taylor trying to get to the loose puck off the defenseman, throwing it out of front. First big opportunity there, went over the stick, and Northumberland get the opportunity to clear it up through center. Hannon back to the line for Davidson. He's going to start it out of his own end from his own bench, get it past Cummings, and that hit the linesman out in front. Hannon digging away at it, trying to get the loose puck. Nice moves there by Hannon. Drops it there for Perot, trying to get around the check. A Bagay goes in behind the net. Taylor trying to escape the check. Lost it there to Northumberland, but Taylor is still digging away at the loose puck, trying to get it free at the line. It's Sear who keeps it in. Logan Jackman tries to get away in the corner. Couldn't send it out of front. Taylor is digging away at it. As Jackman and Aiden Howard were digging on the loose puck and behind the net, trying to get the kept in there by Sear. Connor Sear shot up by Bagay, and he can't clear it up. Jackman trying to get away. He scored in the last game against Northumberland on a one-timer. This one he's going to fire it, and there's the first stop of the day for Ford, who hangs on to the rebound. Get a draw up to the left of the goal. Getting one there. Jackman trying to bounce past Parker into the corner. As Howard's trying to get to the loose puck. There's a late pass. This could lead to some damage here. Number 18 picking up the loose puck, trying to get around Jackman. Jackman pushes him one wide, back in behind the net. Around the boards there for Aiden Howard. Howard trying to get away. He got met up there at center by Hardin. As it goes down the ice, off the boards, and back in behind the net. Back to retrieve it is Parker in his own end with a late pass up through center. Giroux with a late pass. That finds number 17 in over the blue line. He's looking for the first Northumberland shot. There it is. Kicked aside there by Brett Foreman, who holds on to that one for a face-off. Got a draw off to the left of the goal. Coming around the boards there for Hazelton. Jack Hazelton goes for a late pass for Sabrizi. Was out of his reach, still digging away at it, and chips it up through center. Knocked down now by Perry in his own end. Coming away now, it's Parker Rusler trying to get away from the check. Rusler tried to go back to the line for Maddox. He got broken up by Devlin, who turns it over at center to Cameron Ryan. Still nothing as we just started here. Ford comes out of his own end, out of his own net to play that puck. It's back in behind the net for Risler, trying to get away from the defense out in front. Cameron Ryan, nice drop pass for Davidson. James Davidson winds up with a shot, that just missed. Wide of the goal, takes a bounce and Devlin takes it off the backhand board. Devlin's lead pass gets broken up there at center. Picked up there by Sabrizi, trying to get around Smith. Sabrizi, shot. Caught there. There was a stop there with the glove, but he couldn't catch it. And Northumberland will just fire it out. Knocked down by Menko right there at center. The Toros go off on a line change. Davidson, nice move to get around Herndon. And it gets fired back down. That'll go for the first icing of the game. Herndon will take the defensive draw here for Northumberland. Trying to win that draw. Taylor taking the offensive zone. One there by Herndon. It goes into the corner there for Jack Hannon, trying to dig it free. As he tries to go back to the line, picked up there. Davidson makes a nice defensive play. Harnden digging away at it, trying to get it up there for Cummings. Cummings is going to get hit into the boards. Late pass up there for number 19, who gets taken into the boards. Harnden digging away at the loose puck in the corner. They've got a man sitting out in front. They're looking for him out in front of the net. That's the Kaiser. And the pass is wide. Tipped out in front. And that one goes wide of the net. Kept in at the line. Nice play there by Bogye. Bogye's shot. Tipped out in front. Harnden's trying to dig away at the loose puck along with the Kaiser. And nobody can find the loose puck out in front, as Foreman was able to find it before any of the Northumberland players and pounce on it for another face-off. Big draw here in the defensive end. Hanson will take it for Northumberland, tries to ring it around the boards. Kept in by Parker as he caught that clearing attempt. The pass down low for Disney Coast. Number 42. Number 42 digging away at it for Northumberland. Off the boards there for Howard. He's going to find Logan Jackman at center. McLeod tried to get... We're going to get our first penalty of the game. It's going to go to Northumberland on the trip. See who's going to go. It is going to be 18 McLeod that's going to the box. So the Toros get to go to their first power play of the tournament. And they're going to go with the forward line of Connor Cole, Logan Jackman, and Aiden Howard to try and start some damage on their first power play. Ford dumping it back in, knocked down by Drew nicely. Gets it up there for Harnden. He couldn't go with the puck. Sear has to retrieve it back in his own end. That late pass gets knocked down there by number 42, and he dumps it right back into the corner. Hanson tried to get to the loose puck, got hit, tripped up and behind the goal. Sear with a late pass the other side. Nice pass off to the left there for Aiden Howard. Howard with some nice moves to spin away from the check. Fires it right back down behind the goal. Parker trying to fire it around. Hazelton's going to try and keep it in at the line. Nice play to chip it past Hanson and keep it in there. Connor Cole playing around with it with Jack Hazelton as he fires it back into the corner. Cole back to Hazelton again. Jack Hazelton tries for a shot. Blocked there by Hanson. Hanson tries to go away short-handed. It's going to be one-on-one against Foreman. Scores! Hanson has opened up the scoring in the tournament with a short-handed goal as he blocked the shot and then went right in on goal and made a nice move to the right pad of Foreman and backhanded it in. A nice short-handed goal to start things off for Northumberland and give them a 1-0 lead. Cameron Ryan will take the draw versus Smith. Cameron Ryan wins that draw back there for Davidson. James Davidson for Menko. Menko gets a pass right up there. Cameron Ryan trying to split the D, rolls it right in on goal. Lost control of the puck. He still got a shot on net, but it was an easy stop there for Ford. Another draw coming out to the left of the Northumberland end. Rizzler trying to stuff it out in front. He's got it in the corner. He dumps it in behind the goal. First one back there. Lead the Bogye in behind the net. Sabrizi sitting at the front, waiting for a pass to try for the one-timer. Was out of his reach. Cameron Ryan back down left for Rizzler. Trying to walk it out of front. Instead, moves it to the other side for Cameron Ryan. Back there for the line for Menko. The loose puck for Cameron Ryan to get it for Rizzler. Trying to turn around with a shot. Stop there. Rebound out of front. And nice goal! Cameron Ryan cashes in on the garbage out in front of the net. And the Toros gave up the short-ended goal, but they came right back and scored on that exact power play. Cameron Ryan gets them on the board to make it 1-1. moving it up through center. Johnson trying to get around the check. Johnson with some nice moves, kicks it in behind the goal and gets collided with him behind the net. Digging away at it. In behind the goal is number 94 Oak, I believe. Hannon moves it up through center. Perot trying to get to the puck. Nicholas Perot drops it there for Taylor. Tries to take a shot. Instead throws it at the net, just out of the reach of Hannon. Jack Hannon picks up the loose puck, taken away, and gets tripped up. That's going to be the first Northumberland power play coming up as Smith got tripped up trying to go off to the races. So it will be a penalty coming up here. It'll go to Ethan Maddox to the Toros. Draw right here in front of us. The big kill here for the Toros. Trent Taylor will take it versus Herndon right here in front of us. Northumberland win the draw. Cummings trying to put the brakes on. Cummings back to the line for Parker. He plays catch with it with Giroux. Giroux tries for a shot, and there was a tip out of front, and that was Herndon out in front of the net trying to cause some damage, getting in the grill of Brett Foreman as that one down the ice. Easy stop there for Ford, who steered to the side. Right back in behind the goal. Giroux using the boards up there for DeKaiser. DeKaiser trying to get away from Perot. He lost it to Nicholas Perot as they try and pick up the loose puck. Parker to the other side for Giroux. Giroux handles the puck well, moves it back to the line for Parker again. Turned over at center to Trent Taylor, who makes a nice move and just dumps it back into the Northumberland end. We are tied at 1. Smith opened up the scoring shorthanded, and then Cameron Ryan knotted things up on the power play. Parker tried to keep it in. That's not going to work. Sabrizi trying to get to the loose puck for Chacos. Parker still digging on the loose puck. They go for that late pass. Number 42, Chakasis dropped it back there for Hanson with a shot. Rolls it in on net. And Brett Foreman closed up the 5-hole to make sure that one didn't squeeze in. And he holds it for another draw. We have 1:45 left to go here in period number 1. And 45 seconds left to go on the tripping penalty to Ethan Maddox. Hanson takes a big draw here in the offensive end. The referee has to have a discussion with the timekeeper. We're good to go. Sabrizi lost the draw to Hanson. Back to the line for Bagye. Bagye shot, tipped at the front, kicked aside there by Foreman. Right back in behind the goal. Hanson trying to walk it out of front. Couldn't shoot the puck. That's going to get kept in at the line. Right back in behind the goal it goes. Shipping it away. Kept in by Bagye. Bagye a shot. That get knocked down by Davidson as he helped out Foreman, blocking that shot. Sabrizi digging away with Davidson. Turned over, and Hannon dumps it down the ice. Right back in behind the Northumberland end. Back to play at his forward. He'll leave it in behind the goal. As I go for that late pass, leading it up through center for Traskis. Traskis with a nice tip pass up there for Hanson trying to get in. Hanson throws it in front. Nobody there. Quick shot. That hit the side of the net. Northumberland right now as they try and collect on their power play. Has 30 seconds left on it. Howard dumps it down the ice. Aiden Howard trying something short-handed. And he lost the puck right at the most opportune time at the side of the net. Quick shot. That's going to bounce in wide of the goal. Jackman will pick up the loose puck. Logan Jackman couldn't go with it. That goes down the ice. That'll go for an icing call to help out the Toros on this penalty kill. Penalty is actually now over. The Toros have killed it off. There'll be a draw off to the left of the Northumberland end. We have 28.3 seconds left. Maddox wins it, trying to redeem himself for the penalty. That shot got knocked down out of front by Devlin. Drew trying to dump it up through center, knocked down by Hazelton, who chipped it in, but that was offside as Aiden Howard touched the puck in over the blue line. So it looks like we might head to period number 2, all deadlocked up. Tied here at 1. I believe it was Smith that got the Northumberland off on the right track with the short-handed goal, but the Toros had the answer on the power play. Cameron Ryan sat out in front of the net and banged home a loose puck. Parker tried to turn it over. Jackman was in offside. Connor Cole picking it up. has 5 seconds left to shoot that puck, and it gets corralled in the Northumberland logo by Ford. Got time for one more draw. It's going to have to be a quick win the draw and get a quick shot of 0.2 seconds left. And there's not enough time to do that. These two teams will go to the second period, all deadlocked up at 1. A draw, I think it's one there at center. Starting period number 2, Devlin will dump it back in. Knocked down there by the Toros. It's Drew's pass, picked up by Sabrizi, trying to get around Parker. Benjamin Sabrizi's on his own backhand shot. Left pad stop there from Ford as he tried to throw it back out in front. Cameron Ryan drops it back there for Gage Ford. Ford a shot. That hit a player right in front. It might have been his own man. Throws it out in front. Cameron Ryan just swept it right at the left post. Kept in at the line. Sears goes for a shot. That's going to go right there. Risler shot. Left pass save. Rebound. Nice goal! Benjamin Sabrizi again touches in on the rebound, not in front of the net. Parker Risler had the perfect opportunity. It was a big stop by Ford, but it went right to the side of the goal for Benjamin Sabrizi to put the Toros up 2-1 and give them the first lead of the tournament. Cameron Ryan will take the draw versus Herndon. Herndon wins the draw. Chipping it up through center. Sear goes for the loose puck. Back in behind the goal goes Cameron Ryan. Captain by Bogday. Nice play there by McCurdy to keep it in, but couldn't go with the puck. Cameron Ryan tried to get away from Cummings at the penalty box area. Parker Risler lost it. Gets turned over to Sear in his own end. He'll just step it back in his own goal. Lead it up through center. Knocked down by Bogday in his own end. Out of Gage Ford, retrieving it back in behind the net with a late pass out of the reach. And it was also out of the reach of Risler, so Bogday will just take his time back in his own end and try and start a breakaway for Northumberland. Bogday had to get around Taylor, goes for the late pass. His intended pass for Herndon was broken up and dumped down the ice. Bro uses the boards to try and throw it back out of front. Nicholas Bro lost it. And now starting it up through center comes McLeod. McLeod with some nice moves, comes in over the blue line. Finally lost the puck. Northumberland was off on a line change. Hannon along with Bro coming back up the other way. Jack Hannon. Nice move to drop it back to the line for Davidson. Davidson finds Taylor as they move it around. Went nicely. Throwing it in front. And that just missed. That was right in the crease area. He tried the bank pass behind the net. Hannon trying to get to the loose puck in behind the goal. Jack Hannon throwing it out in front. Tried for the intended player. Davidson couldn't keep it in there at the line. Taylor with a nice move. Tries to move it up through center. That's going to be offside. Trent Taylor doesn't touch the puck. Here comes the opportunity for number 12 Perry to go. He just dumps it down the ice. Right back in behind Foreman. Back in behind the net. There's Hanson digging it away. Puts it back in behind the goal for number 42 as they dig away in the corner trying to get that puck free. Remember the players. It's Hanson that comes free with it, but Taylor, gritty on that puck, kept it in. Hannon tries to take advantage of Drew kind of losing a step, but now Drew was able to hold him off, and both players were able to collide in the corner. Perot trying to walk it out of front. Nicholas Perot trying to stuff it in from the side, and Ford was up against the post to make the stop. Where's the puck? It's stuck right there at the post area as Ford kept his right toe right up against the post to make sure that the Toros couldn't stuff in that insurance goal. They lead it 2-1 on the goal here in the second period by Benjamin Sabrizi, his first of the tournament. Back to the line for Hazelton. Gets the shot, they tip. Scores! Logan Jackman out in front of the net. Tipped that shot from Hazelton, and it went over the blocker hand of Ford to make it 3-1. You know, Logan Jackman's got some good slap shot skills. He just showed off his deflection skills right there by tipping that puck right to the top shelf over the blocker hand forward to make it 3-1. But we are going to get a penalty coming up there in the corner. Who's going to go to the box here? It's going to be... Oh, nobody's going to get the penalty out of that. Just gets one there at center. Devlin, back in for Bogier, plays catch with it with McCurdy. As Northumberland try and get back into the game, turned over to Jackman. Logan Jackman trying to get away from Bogier, puts the brakes on, fires it around the board. Right back in behind the goal. That'll be Connor Cole trying to dig it free. Aiden Howard with some nice plays to try and knock it away from McCurdy. Taken away by Jackman, but he couldn't go with the puck. Ethan Maddox with a nice play to get it up there for Aiden Howard, and his backhand gets knocked down. Lead pass up through center. Here comes Johnson with a pass there for Smith. Smith putting the brakes on, tried to go back there for McCurdy. The pass got blocked. Johnson still digging away at it for Smith. Smith trying to get the puck free in the corner. Thrown at the net. That just went wide of the net. Looks like it might have surprised Foreman. But luckily it went wide of the net. Kept in at the line by Devlin. Devlin backed himself out of the blue line, so that was going to be offside. Sabrizi takes it back in his own end. Right now he has the winner. He scored to open up the second period. That goes past McCurdy. Right back in behind the goal goes Devlin. Devlin with a backhand pass. Rusler with some nice offensive pressure for Ford to dump it back in now. Right back in, off the end boards. There's Bogier in behind the net. Turned over. Cameron Ryan tried to shoot the puck. Right now the scoring's been spread around for the Toros. Cameron Ryan in the first period. Sabrizi here in the second. And Jackman here in the second as well. Sabrizi gonna lose the puck there. Kept in by Ford. Sweeps it to the other side. That's gonna come out. So Connor Sears got to take it in his own end. 4:42 left to go here in the second period. Ford starting it from his own end. Picked up there by Rusler, but he couldn't go on the backhand. Cole Ford helped him out. Gage Ford shot. Right pad stop there from Ford. Kicks it behind the net. And as the Toros are in there digging for it, he's going to take no chances and hold that puck there at the side of the goal. There'll be a draw just outside the right post. Taylor tried to throw it at the net. There's a play there for Perry as he tried to get it out. Trent Taylor on the loose puck in behind the goal. Tries for the wraparound. Sets up Perot. Back to the line for Menko as they move it around well. Menko is shot. Gets wide of the net. It's a high stick. So as soon as Tannen would have touched the puck, Perot tried to get to the loose puck in the corner. Firing it around the boards. Here comes Perot. Nicholas Perot. That was a perfect opportunity. Couldn't shoot it on the forehand. Tapped in there by Davidson with a shot. And that's going to get caught there by Ford on that shot from the line from Davidson as he holds on to it for another draw. It's going to take place off to the right of the goal. 3:54 left to go here in the second period. Toros holding on to a 3-1 lead. Trent Taylor will take this draw. Drew trying to sweep it away. Drew takes it back in behind the net. Trying to fire it around. Kept in there by Davidson at the line. Cummings digging away at it at the blue line, and that's going to be an offside. Now Hanson will take the draw right here in front of us against Connor Cole. Jackman trying to get away. Cole trying to keep it in, but it got swept off his stick. Tapped in there by McLeod, who dumps it back in behind the net. Right back in behind the goal goes Maddox. Gets taken off his feet by Hanson in behind the net. Hanson digging away at it, trying to dig it free, and he'll get it set it up out in front. Turned over to Jackman. Logan Jackman with a pass there for Eden Howard. Trying to get around Drew, and Drew held him up a little bit. Howard still takes it to the corner. Sets up Jackman in front. Quick one-timer. Right pad save there for Ford, whose right pad came out pretty quick to make that stop. McLeod tried to dump it back into the zone. Some nice moves there by McLeod. Slaps it at the net. Caught there by Foreman, who hangs on to the puck in the blue paint. Smith will take the offensive draw here for Northumberland against Cameron Ryan. Nice defensive win in his own end by Cameron Ryan. Around the boards, Bogier is going to try and keep it in at the line. Couldn't get a shot through. Nice pressure there by Sabrizi to put pressure on Bogier to shoot that puck. Now McCurdy will bounce it off the boards. Knocked down by Hazelton in his own end. Jack Hazelton up there for Cameron Ryan. Saberzi will pick it up. Back in behind the Northumberland goal. Cameron Ryan gets there first, gets taken off his feet. Saberzi trying to dig the puck free in the corner from two Northumberland players. He's getting some help. McCurdy uses the board. Tapped in there by Sear from the line. And Connor Sear will dump it back into the Northumberland corner. Sear's going to get another opportunity to shoot it. That's going to get blocked by Bogday at the front. Bogday can't clear it out. Northumberland on their heels can't get it at their own end. Bogday again gets the opportunity. This one is going to get fired down the ice. It's not going to have enough to go for icing. Here comes Gage Ford at center. There's Saberzi up there for Cameron Ryan. Cameron Ryan is on his own. Fires it high and wide over the goal. Tapped in there by Menko. Menko winds up with a shot. Stopped there by Ford. And that one will get held there by Ford in the Northumberland goal. Takes another face-off with 1:33 left to go here in the second period. Now to be Trent Taylor's time to take the draw in the offensive zone. Wins it, shoots it, stopped there by Ford. Rebound for Taylor, scores! Trent Taylor with his first of the tournament. And again, it's a rebound out in front of the net. The Toros are doing a good job at collecting those rebounds out in front of the goal. This one is going to go to Taylor to make it 4-1. Taylor will take the draw versus Hansen. Takes out that one there. Taylor trying to get to the loose puck with Hannon. Up there for McLeod, overskated the puck. Knocked down there by Davidson in his own end. Trying to fire it around. Hannon with a late pass over the stick there of Taylor. Going down the ice. Perot's going to try and be the first one on the loose puck. 1 minute left to go. Dropping it back to the line. Perot. Menko trying to hold it in there, and he will. Perot trying to wind up with a shot. Scores! Nicholas Perot gets on the board, and the score sheet with a goal. Firing it over the blocker hand of Ford to make it 5-1. Toros starting to run away with this one with a 5-1 lead. Hannon dumping it into the zone, getting around Bogday. On his own, backhand shot. Stopped there by Ford as he hangs on to the rebound. Draw coming off to the left of the goal. That's going in behind the net. That'll be where Devlin's going. Devlin trying to fire it around. Knocked down by Hazelton. Jack Hazelton puts it into the corner. They try and dig away at the loose puck. Fires it off the board. Trying to get it out. Aiden Howard will be on the loose puck and take it into the corner. Howard sweeps it back in behind the goal. Was out of the reach of Cole. And we have 11 seconds left to go here in the second period. Howard trying to get away with the loose puck. Knocked into the zone. Maddox digging away at it, trying to get in there, and there goes the buzzer. Down the second period in the Toros with a big goal 3 in the second period. Goals by Sabrizi, Jackman, Taylor, and then Perot have the Toros up 5-1. So 15 minutes left to go between a victory for the Toros. They lead this one 5-1, but see what Northumberland can do and try and stay into this game in the third period. Ford will dump it right back in behind the Northumberland goal. Aiden Howard and Connor Cole was digging on it and behind the goal. Cole is still digging away at it, trying to keep that puck in with Sear, along with Aiden Howard, who sweeps it right in behind the left end boards. Right back in behind the goal. McCurdy lost the puck, turned it over. Howard trying to throw it out in front for Jackman. He tried to shoot it and couldn't. Aiden Howard tries it now, shot, fired wide of the goal. Sear racing to that loose puck, keeps it in for Connor Cole. Drops it there for Aiden Howard with a shot. Caught there by Ford, who will hold on to it for another draw. And that draw is going to take the place off to the left of the goal. Kevin Ryan trying to win it. And it's still digging away. It was a scramble draw that gets won there by the Toros. Kevin Ryan picks it up, fires it in net. And that was a quick reaction stop there from Ford. He'll hold on to that one and take another draw in his own end. And it'll be another face-off that'll be taken by Cameron Ryan versus Hanson for Northumberland. As they try and win that draw, it goes back in behind the net. Fired back around the boards. Kept in there by Sabrizi as he tries to chip it off. Number 42 will pick it up in his own end. And that is track assist. Track assist tried to get to the loose puck. Kept in there by Hanson nicely. He backhands it back in behind the Toros net. Track assist gets it down low for McLeod as he tried to stuff it out of front. Kept in there at the line. Nice play there by number 96 to hold it in. The battle on the loose puck, trying to get it free. In that corner, Chakasos is in there trying to dig away at it. Kept free for Hanson. Hanson shoots it, and that one just went right to the left post. Fired around. Nice play to keep it in. Number 96 takes his bouncing shot in wide of the net. Chakasos. Chakasos tried to throw it out of front. And there's Foreman again to make the stop, who's up against the post to hold that puck. Face off. Getting one there by Hazelton. Hazelton trying to move it around the boards. Knocked down by Drew. Drew will take it back in his own end. He's going to backhand it over there for Parker as they try and move it up through center. Maddox try to get away with it. Knocked down there by Parker in his own end. Parker going to try and dump it in. Goes to the other side as they try and pick it up. Drew over the stick there. Pro trying to pick it up now was Devlin and got poked off his stick. 12:30 left to go here now. Parker with the lead pass. Over the stick there of Smith. And that was Drew who lost his stick. That goes back in behind the Northumberland goal. Fired around the boards there for Devlin. Trying to dig away at the loose puck here in front of us. That is Perot is going to bounce it off the boards. Right back in behind goes Parker trying to fire it out. That goes past Ethan Maddox down the ice. Not enough for racing. Maddox will bump it into the other side. There's Sear on the other end. Trying to move it up there for Taylor. Kent Taylor in over the blue line. He's going to take it wide against McCurdy. Take it in behind the goal. Throw it out in front. And he couldn't get that pass out in front of the goal. Kept in there by Sear from the face-off circle. Taylor gets stripped up. Bogey trying to dig away at the loose puck. Jackman tried to turn around and fire, but got blocked there by the defense out in front. Gage Ford will take it back in his own end over there for Sear. Connor Sear leads it from his own zone, dumps it back in. Linesman had to get out of the way of that as it almost hit him on that dumping attempt. 20 seconds left to go here. Kept in there by Cole. Jackman got taken off his feet there by Bogey. Kept in there by Sear. And now a late pass for Cummings. Trying to get up into the zone. We have 11 minutes left to go here in the third period. Kept in there by Bogey. Pogge will fire right back down low for Harden, who fires it around, trying to get it down there for number 19, the Kaiser, as they try and dig it out of the corner. The Kaiser lost the puck, firing it right back in behind the goal. There's the Kaiser, trying to get it away from Connor Sear back in behind the net. They dig away at it, and Connor Cole comes away with a loose puck, uses the boards up there for Jackman, as he's got to get around Bogge for an opportunity, lost his footing. Cole's going to go into the corner first. Connor Cole setting up Aiden Howard as he tried to spin away from the check and got taken off his feet. Howard still digging away at it though, and now Northumberland get the opportunity to clear, kept in by Menko. Nice play there by Thomas Menko to hold the line. Now gets led out by the Kaiser, who turns it over to Menko. The Kaiser's still on the puck though, but he got taken down there by Menko in his own end. Over there for Davidson as he tries to get it up. Davidson for Menko as he moves it in through center. Benjamin Sabrizi on the loose puck, getting it into the zone. Perry with a backhand, knocked down there by Sabrizi, trying to walk it out of front. Couldn't do that. Sabrizi. Back to the line for Menko as they move it around well. Right back in behind the goal for Sabrizi again. Menko's going to try and hold it in. Hopped over his stick though and out. Menko over there for Sabrizi. They're going to lead it up through and over the blue line. 3-on-2. Sabrizi slap shot. That's going to go wide of the net. Kick the cam off the boards for Cameron Ryan, who backhands it back in behind the goal. Around there for Davidson, who's going to keep it in on the other side. And now the opportunity to clear it up over the stick. Getting the opportunity now is Chaskis. Chaskis dropped it back to the line for Hansen. Trying to walk it out. The stick stopped there for Foreman, who steered it off to the left side. Drew's going to try and keep it in there. Dumps it back in for Hansen as he tries to walk it out. Couldn't go on the wraparound. Back down up for Chaskis. Throws it out front. Quick shot from McLeod. That got blocked. Nice play by Parker Ruesler to block McLeod's shot. Perot tried to get away. Couldn't get around Drew. A nice defensive play by Drew to hold him off. Now Chakasis gets the opportunity to come in. Chakasis with a drop pass for Parker. Nowhere in his feet. Jack Hannon. 2-on-1 with Taylor. Hannon, shot. Stopped there by Ford, who closed up the 5-hole. Nicely to stop that puck from Jack Hannon on that 2-on-1 opportunity. There'll be another draw off to the left of the goal. Maddox couldn't keep that puck in. Trying to get to the loose puck now is Johnson. Johnson showing off the skills, throws it to the net. Rebound out of front, trying to poke it in, and they do, right in front of the net. Devlin was the last one who got that loose puck out in front and backhanded it in. There was a penalty coming up for the Toros, but that is going to get wiped out on the goal by Devlin to cut the lead to 5-2. Two teams have played each other in the regular season. They had a tie to start things off, and then the Toros came up with a big win just recently over Northumberland, which started them on their hot streak in December, and they're going to have one more game against Northumberland coming up in January. That one will be in Northumberland. That will be their last meeting of the year. Johnson trying to move it up through center, dumping it off the boards. Try to get it up there for Smith, who gets to the loose puck. Smith for Devlin on his own. Stop there by Foreman. A huge stop there by Brett Foreman off Devlin, who had second goal right in his eyes, and Brett Foreman denied him. Lead pass. Getting it up there for Hannon. Takes the pass, gets in the zone, nice move around. But the puck was too far ahead of him. Still on the loose puck, so throws it in front. He had a man sitting right there, looking for the one-timer at the open net. Quick shot here from coming up for Cole. Stopped there by Ford to hold the rebound out in front. Face off to the left of the goal in the third period. We have 7:11 left to go here in period number 3. Howard trying to dig away at the loose puck. That goes back in behind the net. Number 96 digging it out of the corner. Jackman winds up. Nice catch there by Ford as Jackman was right in his sweet spot and got that one-timer away. And I thought, he wanted to on the shot, but Ford had the answer there with a nice catch. Held on to it for another draw. One there by Northumberland in their own end. Firing it off the boards. Jackman trying to get away with the puck. Goes back in behind the goal. Coming around the boards there was Cummings. Tapped in there by Hazelton. As they try and move it up through center. Jack Hazelton knocks it down there at the bench area. Tried to get it up there for Connor Cole. He's getting held up there. Nice play by number 96 to hold him up at his own bench. Here comes some nice moves there by Howden. Got it up there for DeKaiser. DeKaiser rolls it in on net. That'll be an easy stop for Foreman. And then in there looking for the loose puck that in front was Cummings, but it got picked up there by Foreman before Cummings could do any damage. Hanson will take the draw versus Cameron Ryan. Hanson wins it back to Drew. Quick shot. Nice block there from Parker Rusler. Rebound out of front. That was a quick shot out of front there from Hanson. And Foreman was able to make that nice rebound stop as Hanson tried to get Northumberland closer, but Brett Foreman had the answer there. Both goalies are playing well here in the third period. Ford has come up with some good saves in the Northumberland end. And there was a big second period that helped the Toros run away with this when they had the 4-goal spree in period number 2. Sabrizi coming up through center, trying to get around Parker. He comes in over the blue line. Dumps it back in behind the goal. Parker tried to ring it around the board. Nice play by Sabrizi to hold it in from the line. Benjamin Sabrizi backhands their pass for Rusler. Parker was getting his stick out. Here comes Traskis at center. Traskis comes in over the blue line. Tries for a shot. That's going to roll in easily and be a nice stop there for Foreman. And again, Northumberland were in there looking for some loose garbage out in front that Brett Foreman wasn't going to allow out in front of the net. So we'll get another draw off to the right of the Toros goal. It'll be Smith that's going to take the draw here for Northumberland versus Cameron Ryan. Northumberland is starting to find a little bit of ump here in the third period. They've had a couple of chances after they made things 5-2 on the goal by Devlin, who's up there looking for the loose puck right now. That went over his stick. Devlin still digging away at it though. Sabrizi is able to backhand it back in. Parker will take it back in his own end, but it's going to be a slashing call coming up, and it's going to go to both teams. Sabrizi's going to go, and Devlin is going to go as well. So we'll play some 4-on-4 hockey at least for 2 minutes. Oh, it's going to be still 5-on-5, I believe. Still going to be 5-on-5 hockey. And a draw that's coming off to the right of the goal. Northumberland trying to find out who's going to take the draw on the defensive end. Finally decided. Kept in there by Sear at the line. Sear back down low for Hannon, was out of his reach. And they drop pass it back in behind the net for Bagay. Bagay trying to get away in behind the goal. Going to use the boards to dump it into the corner. Some nice plays there by Taylor. Still relentless on that loose puck. Comes free here for Northumberland. Smith finally swiped off his stick. Kept in there by McCurdy, who dumps it down the ice. Right back in behind the Toros net. Sear fires it off the boards. Cummings trying to dig away at it. Here's Perot on the loose puck, trying to start a 3-on-2. getting it up there for Hannon. Jack Hannon gets away from McCurdy on his own. Scores! Jack Hannon adds to the score sheet. And that makes it 6 different scores for the Toros. Nice play there by Hannon. He's had a few breakaway goals this year, and you can add that one to the list as well, which has helped the Toros cruise even more here with a 6-2 lead. And that'll be the end of the day for Ford. In comes Harper to relieve him for the last 4 minutes and 30 seconds. You can't blame Ford on this game. He's come up with some big stops and actually kept Northumberland in it for most of the game. It was a big second period where the Toros started to get away with it. Jackman picking up the loose puck. Falling down there was Perry. Jackman gets away with the shot, and he's going to test Harper early, and Harper coming in cold off the bench, and he makes a nice stop there with the blocker, and blockers it right on top of the net as he stopped Jackman on that shot. Another draw that's going to come off to the left of the goal. Connor Cole trying to win it. Back there for Jackman. Throwing it at the net. It's going to go into the corner there for Aiden Howard trying to walk it out of front. Finally lost it. He's going to put it into the corner. They're going to dig away at the loose puck there for Connor Cole. It's going to go around the corner as Aiden Howard tried to keep it in there. Digging away at it was Ethan Maddox. Trying to come in. Lost the puck. We're going to get a penalty coming up on that scrum in the corner. There'll be a roughing call. And the penalty is going to go to Northumberland. And it's going to go to number 12, Perry, on that roughing call in the corner. So the Toros get to go to the power play. Try and add to their 6-2 lead. Cameron Ryan will take the draw here at the blue line. It's going to be Traskis that takes the draw here for Northumberland. Picked up there by Perot. Enters the Northumberland end. Takes it back in behind the goal. Looking for a man to give it to. Nicholas Perot with some nice stick work. Moves it back there for Maddox as they move it around well for Jack Hazelton. Tried to get a shot through. Gets in from the face-off circle, and that got blocked out in front. Turning around is Cameron Ryan, and that gets caught there by Harper for another face-off. Draw that's going to come off to the right of the Northumberland end. Gets one there by Northumberland. Big defensive win. And now just dumped down the ice. That'll be an easy stop for Foreman, who comes out to play it. Drops it back in behind the goal for Maddox. Ethan Maddox tries to move it up through center. Goes for the pass for Sabrizi, who chips it up there. Here they come into the zone. Sabrizi getting around Hanson, but he couldn't get around the check of Parker as they just sweep it away at center. Knocked down by Hazelton in his own end. Over there for Ethan Maddox, who tries to start the power play off on the right foot. Sabrizi puts it back into the zone. Knocked down by Sabrizi, turns around and fires. That one's going to go way wide of the net. Take a bounce off the board there for Drew, who's going to fire it down the ice. 50 seconds left on the penalty to Perry and the power play for the Toros. That lead pass had a little bit of bump on it. Passed down by Johnson. Picking it up there was Parker Rizlo and Sabrizi. As that goes in behind the net. Throwing it out of front. Going for the backhand. That goes wide of the net. That was a good opportunity there for Cameron Ryan. Taking off his feet was Rusler from Johnson. 2 minutes left to go here in the third. Knocked down by Menko there at the Northumberland penalty box. Parker Rusler tried to chip it away. Johnson hits him into the boards. Just started off well for Northumberland. They got that short end and goal and had a little bit of momentum, but that got wiped out pretty quick as the Toros scored on that same power play, and then they just took the game over in the second period when they scored 4 straight goals to make it 5-1. Bagye tried to come up into the zone. He got hooked up. That'll be a penalty coming up here to the Toros. And it is going to go to Benjamin Sabrizi for the hook. So now it's Northumberland's turn to go to the power play. If they can't convert on it, they'll have a power play at least for the rest of the game, as there's only 1 minute and 23 seconds left to go in the game. Face off one there by Taylor in his own end. Turned over as Smith couldn't fire it on his forehand. Sorry, Devlin couldn't fire it on the forehand there. That goes back in behind the net. First one there is Taylor, trying to dig it free from the corner. Smallest player right there, trying to dig away at it. Getting pinned there in the corner. He tried to get some help there with Jack Cannon. We have reached the last minute of play now here at the Holly Recreational Complex. Came up into the zone, comes Cannon. Shot scores! Jack Cannon gets his second of the period as that one comes short-handed to make it 7-2. He beat Harper off to the stick side with a perfect shot to help the Toros here. So if this tournament goes to for goals for and against, that's going to go for the Toros' favor so far with a 7-2 lead right now. They'll have their second game, as mentioned, coming up at 4 o'clock when they'll play Nickel City at the East Bayford Arena. Taylor trying to get around Parker for the opportunity. Some nice moves there by Taylor. Couldn't shoot it. Puts it back in behind the goal. Got taken off his feet. Sear dumps it back into the zone. Picked up there by Parker. Coming up into the zone comes Parker. Tried the drop pass there for DeKaiser. DeKaiser tried to shoot it. That got blocked. Taken away there by Hannon. We have 11 seconds left to go. Quick shot. Caught there by Foreman, and he holds on to it. Northumberland might have an opportunity for one more chance. Here it comes. Drew's shot. Got blocked out in front. Just rolls in for Foreman, and we'll have another face-off with 3 seconds left.